Hi all, in this part of the video we primarily focus on the recording capabilities of the mixer, things you should know and how to record. First thing you should bear in mind before buying this type of mixer is its recording capabilities. This will determine whether you're better off buying an actual audio interface or firewire mixer. The mixer has a built-in USB audio interface. What that means is you can easily connect it to your computer and record any connected source from the mixer to the PC. Limitations you will have with USB interface is it's always going to split off the studio bus. The mixer will always allow you to record two channels to your main out. So if you're after multi-track recording, then I would suggest you go for a firewire or an audio interface. I'm currently using channels 5 and 6, the stereo channel, where I've connected my Mini Nova synthesizers to use as an example, showing how a lot of you are recording currently right now. Looking at the faders section, I have selected my input source to the main mix. So that means I want the channel output level to not only root, but to be controlled by the main mix. Now, most of you probably have your mic set up to something enough to where you've set the levels up. You've pressed down your main, so that way it's been routed out to the main mix, and then you'll have your red button pressed up in order to perform your recording. Right, so now I'm testing off the microphone, 1, 2, 1, 2, and slowly, as soon as I'm speaking, you can see gradually in GarageBand the volume is getting a little up, the velocity is up. So I'm bringing it as high as I can, and then from my perspective, it's a bit too loud. Volume is too high, and the chances of me getting feedback is great. I can't really do anything with my EQs because as soon as I would put the effects on that channel, there's a possibility that it might just peak. So there you could see it right there. It seems okay, but in order to get it to that velocity level, you're really gonna have to crank everything up, and you gotta be careful, and a lot of feedback can really come back from here on. So putting the effects down, bringing this down, and that back down again. Now the correct manner to record is by using your subs 1 and 2 for each of your selected channels to make sure they're being routed out to that subs 1 and 2 to set your level. So for example, I've got my stereo channels right there where my source is connected. You could even use the rest of all of these other groups there. And what you practically do, take it off the main, put them instead to the subs button, make sure of each highlighted buttons, you press them, because all of these selection right there pretty much are grouped together in one sort of channel category, and then it's all being leveled with your subs 1 and 2. So next thing we would do, steps, is we bring out our selected source, we put it to a balanced level. So you make sure whatever source you have connected, whether it's a group or by itself, is set to 0. And then what we want to do is bring down our subs 1 and 2 level and raise our main mix to your balance level. And then you gradually bring out your subs 1 and 2, and you could see there just a little small amount of level, you're getting so much output coming out. So you got a decent amount of output coming out. Make sure as well you've got your left and right pressed in. You could split the source where you can make it either one source can be just the left side, the other source can also be the right side. Once that's done, gradually bring the level of the subs, and then you could see by the indication of the clip level how I'm getting a lot of output coming out. And you're not even coming near the 0 value, balance value with the subs 1 and 2, and you're getting enough feedback being routed out to your main mix. So this will be the correct manner to record. Next, I'll just give you an example of me using that coming up. Look at that GarageBand. So now I'm just going to primarily just bring that down and just focus on the mic spot. So we'll mute that channel, so that one will be mute, and we're just primarily focused on the mic. So the mic is on subs. That subs is going to be controlling my root output level. So let's bring that up slowly, and I'll be speaking on the mic, and I'll go live, and at the same time we'll record via GarageBand, so then we could see our velocity, how it goes. So here we go. That's there. So now I'm talking 1, 2, slowly speaking, and then you could see right there, I've put it on that little level here. Now you could gradually see on GarageBand how it's capturing my recording at that set level. Higher I go. Now you could see that it's getting a little higher and higher, and I'm not really getting any feedback. And then I'm going up again, and then up again, up again, and I could really see it's generally just picked up my recording voice, and there's no real feedback going on from my speakers whatsoever at all. And then if I go ahead and add some effects, I really can crank up the effects. So you could really hear the effects right now. It's picking all of it up without causing any form of feedback, hissing, and so forth. Bring that back down. You could really play about with your EQs, and then now you could see the compressors really starting to kick in right there on top. So let me just zoom in to the compressors. So there we go. Compressors, as you can see, the compressors is all the way down. My EQs, I can press around and mess around with the EQs without getting any sort of feedback coming via that. And again, you could see on the GarageBand, it's recording all of it. You don't have to worry about the feedback. So to recap, make sure you've got your subs pressed down on your input source channel, and then you've got your sub levels. Make sure these are brought down first, and you make sure you have your mains output as your down mix up to the balance 0. Use your clips as indication as well. The slowly up you go, it'll be a perfect form of indication to just show you where your balance is at. In order to connect your smartphone MP3 players, you'll need an RCA connection with your phono input as well. And what you'll do is use the phono input, and you'll connect that within your device. And then you'll use the RCAs to put inside of the mixer to track inputs. So your left and right RCA, simply just connect it accordingly to the red and white wire. Once connected, you're pretty much all good to go. And then you could start playing from your connected device to go through into the mixer.
Can make a million and still not get enough.